Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to Empire Sports Media. Welcome to coverage of Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals, the site, Amarant Bank Arena. Let's catch you up on what's happened to start this series. In Game 1, it was an absolute battle that went to nearly triple overtime, almost double overtime. But it took a Leon Draisaitl overtime winner after a Thomas Nosek delay of game penalty for the Oilers to take game number 1. In game number 2, 5 goals were scored in the first period, but it ended up being the Panthers that ended up taking this one 5-4 in overtime, thanks to Brad Marchand. It has been a very chippy series to start this one, and it seems like game 3 will be no different. I'm JJ Seglio. I'm your commentator this evening, as we are looking forward for some incredible Stanley Cup final hockey. As we're about set to drop the puck here, Stuart Skinner in goal for the Oilers. Bobrovsky in goal for Florida, and we are underway. This one is sent in deep by Corey Perry, fielded behind the net by Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad taken away by McDavid over to Corey Perry. McDavid has been a key factor in the series as the captain of Edmonton is desperate for another cup, as that shot on by Bouchard is held on by Bobrovsky for a whistle with 19:44 to go. Just 16 seconds into this first period. So an early forecheck efficiently by Corey Perry to set up Evan Bouchard, who is wide open at the slot. A very solid start so far for the Oilers. But let's see how this goes here, as they've been playing very good first period hockey. McDavid to take the he was going to take the face off, and now it will be Corey Perry skating in to take on Alexander Barkov. Face-off is won by Florida as Forsling plays this one in. It's a race to the puck. It's won by Matthias Ekholm. Moves this one along for Nurse. Tried to get one over to Nugent Hopkins, but it goes to Barkov. In for Connor McDavid. Watch out. He gets knocked down. Here's Perry, a shot. Blocker save by Bobrovsky. And this will be, looks to be out of play, it looks like, with 19:25 to go in the first period, as McDavid got knocked down. I'm not sure if they're going to call that a tripping penalty. I don't think they should. It looked like he just got knocked down. But yeah, that was, McDavid lost his footing there. He wants a call. I won't get one. It's Corey Perry with his second shot of the game. Blockered away by Sergei Bobrovsky. So the Oilers are off to a pretty hot start in this one. Face-off won by Florida as they move this one up. Brad Marchand plays one up for Seth Jones. Jones sent in deep to Luosterainen. That one goes all the way down and covered by Skinner with 19:13 to go. We are still not out of the first minute, and we've already had 3 whistles. This is going to be a barn burner. Got my fruit punch on standby. Shout out McDonald's for coming through once again. And in the end, just being absolutely goated. You absolutely love to see it here. Face-off is won by Florida as Lindell gets this one in deep behind the net. Chance for Marchand in front. Here's a shot, save, rebound, they score! Brad Marchand, it's 1-0 Florida! Wide open. Marchand got too much space. A great setup by Anton Lundell. Skinner was too far out of the net. A good screen by Luosterainen, and it's 1-0 Florida. Just like that. A perfect start for the Florida Panthers. You could not ask for anything better, as Jake Wallman plays this one in deep, and it's fielded by Bennett, and it will be offside on the Oilers. His 8th goal of the postseason, Florida Panther Brad Marchand. A beautiful setup by Anton Liddell. Looked like Darnell Nurse kind of knocked Skinner out of the way. Not sure if he meant to do that, but it's 1-0 just like that. A perfect start for the Florida Panthers. Faceoff is won by Florida as Schmidt moves this one in deep, fielded by Edmonton, going back the other way. Long pass will be no icing as Podkolzin beats him to it. Sent in deep by Kulikov. Watch out. Here comes Sam Bennett. He can fly. Bennett loose to Ryan, but it's broken up. A great play there by Warren Foegele. And it's kept in deep again by Edmonton. Podkolzin with it. Moves it up to Foegele. Foegele over to Wallman. Wallman, it's broken up there by Nico Mikkola, who sends one back to Schmidt. Very fast-paced start to this one. Just a lot of great chances on both sides as this one is played in deep. Skinner has it. Moves one up to Bouchard. Bouchard sends one down the ice. Intercepted by Seth Jones. And this will be an offside against Florida with 18:06 to go here in the first period. But yeah, a perfect start whatsoever from the Florida Panthers. I could not ask for anything better. Face-off won by Florida as Mikkola sends this one in deep. Fielded behind the net by the Oilers. Hard check there on the play as the Panthers move it in deep once again. AJ Greer, Jonah Gadjevich have been very solid pieces so far for the Florida Panthers as this fourth line has not gotten enough credit for how good it's truly been. Here's a shot on the net. Goes behind Skinner as Greer tried to set up Gadjevich. Sent in deep as Reinhart gets on the ice now. Gadjevich plays this one behind the net. Here comes Edmonton. Here's McDavid. Sends one in deep for Nugent Hopkins. This one's taken away by Reinhart. Reinhart up to Barkov. It's taken away by the Panthers. Here they come again. Verhaeghe, they're flying in. Verhaeghe down low, saved by Skinner. A good setup there for Gustav Forsling. As this one is sent back the other way. Race to the puck. Bobrovsky plays one off the boards. Sends a shot on net was Ekholm. As that one goes off the stick of Perry. Back to Bouchard at the point. Bouchard with it now. Skates to his left. Fires one on net. Gloved by Bobrovsky. And a tassel right in front of the net between Aaron Ekblad and Corey Perry. And a good setup there from Edmonton. But look at this chance right here. Anton Liddell with a beautiful setup as Marchand just got wide open. Skinner was too far out of his crease. And this chance here from Forsling just off the left pad of Stuart Skinner. But yeah, you could not ask for anything better. Marchand moves this one up the right. But they're going to stay touch with a hand pass. So it will be a face-off for Edmonton. Very strange start to this game so far. It will be a power play coming up for the Oilers. As it looked like they got, that's Nosek in the box. As this one is sent in deep and out of play. They will not say delay of game. It'll just be taken outside of the offensive zone as this has been a very even start to this first period. It's only been 3 minutes. And now the officials are going to have a discussion. Could this be a potential delay of game penalty on the Oilers? And that could really shake things up. And let's listen to the decision. No, the faceoff will go back inside the Oilers zone as Paul Maurice just did like a little smirk at Chris Knobloch. Only 5 seconds off this power play so far. Faceoff won by the Oilers. Bouchard has it at the point. Looks for his man. Fires across McDavid. Across the ice. Broken up. Bouchard. Back to the point. Down low to McDavid. Draisaitl. Bouchard. In front, McDavid. Down low again. That one goes off the skate of McDavid. Bouchard will retreat. Florida will change. Excuse me. Bouchard. Gets one up to Connor. McDavid. Skates through 3 defenders. McDavid kept it on a stick. Draisaitl plays it behind. Leon being checked by Mikkola. Bouchard makes a man miss. Evan Bouchard up to Draisaitl. Draisaitl across to McDavid. McDavid down low. Saved by Bobrovsky. Back to Bouchard. Fires one. It's loose. Draisaitl couldn't get his stick on it. And a great play there by Nico Mikkola. Under a minute to go on this power play. Evan Bouchard across the ice. Sets one up. McDavid gets wide open. Save. The rebound. Glove by Bobrovsky. What a play to keep Edmonton off the board. Bouchard now with it. Under 40 seconds on the power play. Nugent Hopkins. Cross ice. Bouchard has a fired shot, and it is set out of play with 30 seconds to go on the power play. A great shift from Edmonton, but Officer Bob says, no, sir, I'm not letting you get this one by me. That one went off Bobrovsky's mask. The best chance Edmonton's got all night, but an amazing play by Nico Mikkola. And look at this one. Right off the right pad of Bobrovsky. Nugent Hopkins was right there, but he could not finish. So with 30 seconds to go, Edmonton remains off the board here in this first period. And you have to feel a sense of frustration if you're the Oilers. You just got 3 amazing chances there. You could not find the back of the net in any of them. John Klingberg. Cross ice pass. Wallman. Sent down low. Klingberg's open. Fires one. Saved by Bobrovsky. Back up to Wallman. Wallman to Klingberg. Klingberg back to Wallman. Sends one over to Klingberg again. Wallman. 10 seconds to go. And we're going to get a penalty coming up. It's going to be a cross-checking on Evander Kane. So we'll have 4-on-4 for 9 seconds, but pretty much a long-term power play for Florida to follow. Yeah, that is clear as crystal. That's clear as day. You cannot do that in the NHL. And a great chance there for Matthias Janmark. But again, like these chances for Florida, or Edmonton, they're getting close. But that one by Nugent Hopkins just pulled it over the net. This will now result in a Panthers power play in 9 seconds. Bobrovsky at home has turned into God mode with only a 151 goals against in a 3-1 record, but that was last year in the Cup final at home. Sorry, I just went down the wrong tube. There's a chance for Bennett, and it's blocked by Skinner. And now Florida's power play will begin for 1:48. And Colton Schmidt set up Sam Bennett beautifully. He had a wide open shot, but it goes right into the glove of Skinner. Florida will change again. Here's Schmidt. Florida is 1 for 28 on the power play at home this season. On the road, 14 for 34. Marchand tried to get it off to Verhaeghe, but it sends him outside the offensive zone. Played in deep by Stuart Skinner over to Brett Kulak. Another whistle here. Florida lined up offside. This has to be the most whistles I've ever seen in the first 6 minutes of a hockey game. Here comes Sam Bennett. Sorry, Ekblad. Barkov tried to get one across. It's played by Jones. Jones to Reinhart. Ekblad. Barkov sent down the other end. A minute to go here on this Florida power play. Jones up to Barkov. Barkov, some nice little ticky-tack passing. Gets one into Tkachuk. Tkachuk fires a shot across the crease to Reinhart, but they can't finish. Ekblad from the point. Stopped by Skinner. Barkov. Tkachuk in front to Reinhart. Across to Jones. Seth Jones moving it in. Over to Ekblad. Jones. Ekblad. Back to Jones. 25 seconds. Reinhart. Down low save. Loose puck and Skinner has it with 13:10 to go in the first. Forgive me. $13:10 to go here in this first period. It's been very ticky-tacky to start this period. And a shot off the face-off, but Skinner is right there to cover with 13:08 to go. Here's a shot in front, saved by Skinner. As with 10 seconds to go, it is played in deep by Bobrovsky behind the net. Up to Seth Jones. That guy's a Habs fan. He's not a Panthers fan or an Oilers fan. Skinner. Up to Kulak. It's taken away. Here's a quick chance for Sam Bennett. Banks it off the boards. Across to Verhaeghe. Could not get the pass through. Here come the Oilers. Power play is over for Florida. Mikkola sends it down the ice. It will be an icing against Florida with 12:27 to go in this first period. $12:27 to go in this first period as Vander Kane wins the face-off, but it's taken away by Forsling. Here comes Florida back the other way. Sent over for Darnell Nurse. Nurse plays one off his stick for McDavid. This one sent in by Klingberg. Marchand. Some nice back-checking there by the Oilers as Draisaitl gets one in deep, and another whistle's going to follow. And that's going to be a penalty on Evander Kane for a high stick. We'll be right back in 60 seconds, but we're going to see if that is potentially a regular minor or a double minor. We'll be right back. And we are back. So a potential double minor could be happening for the Florida Panthers as Evander Kane committed a high stick against Brad Marchand. Now, could this be a potential 4-minute? We're about to find out. And that's where things can really become interesting, is if this becomes a double minor. We all know Florida's power play has not been good. There is no denying that. Florida just has not had a good power play up until this point. But they do have a chance to get something going here, and it would definitely be the time to do so if this ends up becoming a 4-minute power play, which can really change everything. The way I thought it was only a 2-minute. Not quite sure if they're going to call it a double minor, but regardless, power play to follow for the Florida Panthers off of the high stick by Evander Kane. It is a 2-minute. So Janmark plays this one in. Over for Seth Jones. Here comes Edmonton, and they clear it with 11:52 to go. First 15 seconds of the power play are already up. Here's Sasha Barkov. Tkachuk. Barkov across the crease. Can't set this one up. Goes back to the point for Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad across to Jones. Jones gets it down low. Barkov. That one goes off a skate, and it's cleared. Well done by Warren Foegele as Jones sends it behind the back to Reinhart. Reinhart able to keep it alive. 1:07 to go on this power play. There's a chance in front for Barkov. Shot behind the net. Tkachuk back to the point. Matthew taken down. Panthers fans want a penalty, will not get one. And a nice play by Kulikov to keep that one in. Ekblad setting up shop. Gets it down low to Reinhart. Reinhart. Drive for Tkachuk, and it's stopped by Skinner. This one moves over back to Ekblad. Off the skate of Reinhart. Back to Ekblad. Edmonton with it, and they clear. 30 seconds to go here on this Florida Panther power play. It has not been good for them up until this point. In fact, I'd be very concerned if I was a Panthers fan with how bad my power play has been. And a takeaway for the Oilers. Here's a drive, but it's poked away by Schmidt. Sends this one down for Sam Bennett. Power play is over. Edmonton kills once again. Out of the box is Kane. Drive in front, and it's knocked away by Skinner. Marchand lost a stick as Schmidt plays it across. And a takeaway by the Oilers, sent in deep for Podkolzin. They've got numbers, but they're offside with 9:51 to go here in the first. I lied. Edmonton with another power play, this time a too many men penalty. This is getting ridiculous. Florida cannot stop with these damn power plays. Yet they get all these power plays that they can't score. I mean, this is just getting absurd. Edmonton literally cannot stay out of the box. So Florida is about to go on their third power play in this first period alone. That to me is just crazy. I mean, they're playing they are playing such undisciplined hockey. It's honestly impressive how you play this undisciplined for this long. If I was an Oilers fan, I'd be screaming my head off right now. What's going on, Tommy? Just out of pure frustration. Like, I'd be screaming my head off right now if I was an Oilers fan. Because that's now 3 power plays for Florida in this first period. We're pretty much just halfway through the period. And they already have 3 power plays. So Bobrovsky now plays this one behind the net over for Seth Jones. Florida with 4 shots on this power play. They're 0 for 2 to get this one started. Sent in deep by Florida. Barkov for the first one to it. Plays this one for Tkachuk. Barkov, a nice play there by Evan Bouchard. Keeping it on the boards. Ekholm clears it again. Edmonton's penalty kill has been damn near impeccable. Tkachuk. Jones. Sent down low for Tkachuk again. Kulak has it. Gets this one over to Podkolzin and he clears it again. So just like that, a minute is already gone on this Florida power play. And we have a whistle of some sort. And now Aaron Ekblad is going to be going to the penalty box for a tripping against Darnell Nurse. So we'll have 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute 7. And then a 53-second power play for Edmonton. What is going on in this first period? This is like the 6th power play for both teams. Like, I'd be losing my mind if I was a fan of either one of these teams. I'm grateful I'm not, because I'd be screaming my head off. Wallman sends it down low for Hagee with it now. And a great shift so far from the Oilers here on this 4-on-4. As here's Sam Bennett, plays this one across. Up for Kulikov. Pretty sure that is. It is Kulikov, I'm right. Over to Schmidt, and a terrible pass as John Klingberg fields it behind the net. And a very aggressive play. Chance in front for Lundell off the forecheck, but he just could not get the shot off. Back to the point. Forsling blocked. Great play by Connor McDavid. Defensively, 14 seconds to go on the 4-on-4 before Edmonton will have the extra man on the ice. Lundell moves in on Skinner, and a nice play by Leon Draisaitl. Here comes Bouchard. Draisaitl knocked down. Perry out of the box. Edmonton with numbers. Bouchard, a shot. Glove by Bobrovsky. Sent down the other end. Florida clears. This is the longest first period ever. It's been almost 30 minutes. Draisaitl. Across to Perry. Sent down the other end with 20 seconds. Skinner. Here's Klingberg. Across for Draisaitl. McDavid moves in. Klingberg off a skate. Jones sends one down the ice. Ekblad out of the box. We're at even strength once again. They're roaring here at the Amarant Bank Arena in Sunrise, Florida. Lindell with a great back check on Darnell Nurse. Here's Mikula, sends it across for Lindell. Lindell circles past two, gets one down low, chase for Gatchevich, but AJ Greer got in the way. Podkolzin with it, sends this one down the ice. Fielded by Gustav Forsling. Forsling across for Greer. Greer played alongside from Wallman. Sam Bennett now. He's been phenomenal in this series. He sets up Gatchevich, but it's taken away by Edmonton. Sent down the other end. Bobrovsky to Schmidt. Over to Kulikov. Kulikov clears this one down the ice, fielded by Skinner behind his net. Kachuk with it now. And he's got taken down. Chance in front for Rodriguez, but it was blocked. Oh, baby, this is getting spicy here in the first period. But a breakaway chance of Evander Kane! Stopped by Bobrovsky. He robbed Evander Kane of a potential breakaway game-tying goal. And with 5:32 to go, it remains a 1-0 game. We'll be right back, but first, a brief word from Empire Sports Media.
Woke up this morning, got yourself a gun. Mama always said you'd be there, chosen one.
Swinging a fly ball to right field, pretty well hit. Freeland back at the wall. He jumps. It's gone. He did it. He did. Swinging a drive towards the gap in right center. It's pretty deep. It's back near the wall.
Woke up this morning, all that love and gun. Your papa never told you about right and wrong. But you're looking good, baby. I believe that you're feeling fine. Shake my body, on the bad side with a blue moon in your eyes. Just sing it now.
Help me! And got the
Josh McDowell struggled all 82 the Knicks not make the playoffs and fucking somebody ruptures some. I would rather all of that shit.
Intercepted! Twisted Ray! That is just a quick little sneak peek of what we offer here at Empire Sports Media. Obviously, we're big into baseball season now. We've got the Mets and Yankees in full swing. We've got Mets content. We've got Yankees content. Of course, we're in the football off season. We've got some football content loading with all the scheduled predictions and all that good stuff. And of course, we have the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm not going to lie. It's not what I wanted. I did not want this finals one bit. I didn't want to see Edmonton. I was fine with Florida. I did not want to see the Oilers. But you can't always get what you want. So here you are watching the same finals as last year, just much more exciting than last year. And I mean much more exciting. But it's been very even so far. But Florida has definitely had the better chances, in my opinion. Very, very, very physical game tonight. Faceoff is won by Connor Brown. Sends it along the ice, fielded by Kachuk. Under 5.5 to go in the first period. And another whistle. Let's listen in. Oops. Did not mean to click on the Amazon Prime button. My mistake. Carry on. Let's see the penalty. A high sticking against Sam Bennett means another power play. Are you kidding me? Jesus H. Christ. This has to be the longest first period I've ever seen. We are at 35 minutes since this period started. Faceoff is won by Edmonton. Draisaitl across for McDavid. McDavid tried to split the defense, but he's not able to. as the puck goes back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl up to Bouchard. Bouchard sends it across. McDavid. Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard. McDavid. Stopped by Bobrovsky. Puck is loose in the crease, but Draisaitl keeps it in. Leon with it now. Over to Bouchard. Bouchard. Chance for Perry. It's blocked. Perry over to McDavid. McDavid to Bouchard. A minute to go on the power play. Bouchard. McDavid. Looking for a shot. Bouchard. Lazily threw that one on net. That was a terrible shot by Bouchard. McDavid gets it poked away from him, but it's kept in. Cross-ice pass. Corey Perry. Draisaitl. Sends it back for Bouchard. Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid with it now. Chance in front for Perry. Puck is loose on the crease. But McDavid able to hold on. Bouchard. 25 seconds on the power play. Draisaitl. Bouchard. It's blocked. Great play by Sam Reinhart. Bouchard. McDavid across to Draisaitl. It's blocked again. Oilers keep it in. Final 10. McDavid across for Nugent Hopkins. It's sent outside the zone. A successful penalty kill for the Florida Panthers as Sam Bennett is outside the box. We are back even at full strength with 3:20 to go. You can hear the energy. Well, I don't know. It's probably pretty quiet in there. The Panthers don't really have a loud arena. And an icing will follow. Another whistle. This has to be the longest first period of all time. This is the longest. It's been 38 minutes since I started streaming, and we started at puck drop. Tkachuk, chance in front. And sent down the other end. Seth Jones, 2:57 to go. These refs got to put the damn whistle away. It's the longest first period ever. Janmark, chance in front. Sent back the other end. The first one to it is Wallman. 2:45 to go in the first period. And another whistle. Jesus Christ. Another penalty. For God's sakes. End the damn period. This is getting ridiculous. And Bobrovsky was knocked. I think that's where the penalty is going to follow. Is Victor Arvidsson. Oh my God. He levels Sergei Bobrovsky. And I know Bob did not appreciate that. There's one thing you do is you don't hit the goalie. So with 2:46 to go, another power play to follow for the Florida Panthers. Marchand, Bennett, Evan Rodriguez, Carter Verhaeghe, and Nate Schmidt are on for Florida here on this power play. As for the Oilers, their main penalty kill unit. Schmidt fires a shot. It's blocked. Sam Bennett with it now. Over to Rodriguez, to Verhaeghe. Rodriguez. Schmidt, Verhaeghe, back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking for an angle to shoot. It's blocked by Janmark. Bennett across to Verhaeghe. That one's blocked. Schmidt got wide open. Finds Bennett. Moves it back to the point to Schmidt. Reinhart. Verhaeghe walks in. Scores! Carter Verhaeghe power play goal. Florida's doubled the lead. Marchand got way too much space. It left him wide open. And just like that, with 2:15 to go, Carter Verhaeghe doubles the Panthers' lead, and the legend grows for Carter Verhaeghe in the postseason. Two minutes to go. Barkov. Perry. Sends it down for Draisaitl. Draisaitl up for Perry. And another whistle. It's been 42 minutes since this damn game started. This has been a dreadful first period to watch. "42 minutes of a first period." Podkolzin sends this one in deep for Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky plays this one up for AJ Greer. Now up to Gatchevich. 1:15 to go in the first. Please, someone end this period. I forgot to change the scoreboard back. This is insanity. Darnell Nurse played it down low. Chance for Podkolzin. Taken up by Nurse again. AJ Greer. Final 50 seconds to go in this first. Nate Schmidt. Over to Marchand. Marchand. It's taken away, and an offside will follow. With 41.8 seconds. My God. My God. End the damn period. This is getting ridiculous. A broken stick for Edmonton. Final 30 seconds. Luosterainen tries to play it along and does. Final 15 seconds. Mikkola, Jones, Marchand knocked down. Final 10 seconds to go. Luosterainen with it. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And that'll do it for the first period. And we got more pushing and shoving. I'm telling you, this is a chippy series. 2-0 after 1. The Oilers had a brutal first period. They could not stop taking penalties. We'll be back as we've hit the first intermission. And we are back for the second period of action here. Florida will start off on the penalty kill. Excuse me. And we are officially back underway here in this game 3 of the Stanley Cup final as the Oilers start off on the power play. Here comes McDavid. He can really fly. McDavid up to Wallman. Wallman sends this one across for Nosek. Kept in by the Oilers. Wallman. Bouchard. Wallman. Back to Bouchard. Bouchard. Wallman. Stops on a dime. Fakes it back to Bouchard. The shot stopped by Bobrovsky and cleared by Florida. A great start whatsoever for this penalty kill for the Panthers. Across to Evan Bouchard. Wallman, it's poked away by Florida. Zach Blatt shoots it down the ice and it's cleared. Yeah, making sure the headphones work. Bouchard. Still with it. Now comes Podkolzin. Podkolzin. Perry. Sent across Bouchard. Bouchard. Draisaitl. Ekholm. Down low. Nugent Hopkins. Ekholm. Gets it down low. Ekholm. Bouchard. 25 seconds left on the power play. Bouchard chase in front. And they score! Corey Perry on the rebound. Power play goal for the Oilers. A great setup by the Oilers. Corey Perry was left wide open on this block. Not much of a celebration because but Corey Perry finds the back of the net, and the Oilers are on the board. And boy, did they need that one. Power play goal for Edmonton as it's now 2-1. Oh, great. Placentia is in. Fantastic. Chance in front for Reinhart. Across for Kulikov. Down low for Bennett. Kulikov. Sam Bennett across the ice. Chance in front. Stopped by Skinner. Kachuk with it now. Try to get it up to Bennett and does. Schmidt. Stopped by Skinner, who was knocked down by Kachuk. Here comes Edmonton. Nurse. Chipped in deep. Great play by Darnell Nurse and the Oilers to keep it alive in their own zone. As here's Greer. Try to set one up for Gatchevich. And another whistle will follow. Yeah, you do got to call it both ways, but I wouldn't fully call that goaltender interference. I wouldn't call that fully goaltender interference, so I think that was the right call to be made. Face off won by Florida as they'll now send it back the other end. Reinhart. Taken away by Wallman. Excuse me. Scramble for the puck for Hagee. Reinhart, they score! Sam Reinhart doubles the lead. 3-1 Florida. could not have split up any better as Sam Reinhart found the slot, and it's 3-1 Panthers just like that. Three to 1 is our score. Florida has been in control. Chance in front for Lindell, and it's taken away by the Oilers. Here comes Podkolzin. Over to Draisaitl. Ekholm, a shot sent wide. And sent down the other end. Skinner able to bat it away from Marchand as Ekholm got there first. Here's Bouchard. Sent in deep for Draisaitl. Draisaitl knocked down, but he stays with it. Leon Draisaitl. Kulak. And it looks like no offside there. It's waved off. 16:06 to go here in the second period. Sent in deep. Here's Wallman. Sent in for McDavid. Or excuse me, Nugent Hopkins. Perry. Out in front for McDavid. Broken up again. Kachuk. Chips it in. Here comes Ekblad. Down the other end. Behind the net it goes. Across to Kachuk, who's hammered on that play. Gatchevich. Sorry if I keep scratching my hair. My hair is a little messed up right now. $15:10 to go in the second period. Panthers doubled their lead courtesy of a goal by Sam Reinhart, excuse me. Connor Brown across. Shot in front, blocked by Gatchevich. And the Phillies don't score. Absolutely beautiful. You love to see it. Down the other end it goes. Has to be the worst baseball team I've ever seen. I love it. Chance in front. Backhander stopped by Skinner as Travis Frederick moves it up. And down the other end it goes. Across for Jones. Sent behind the net. Florida with it. Here's Barkov. Barkov checked by Janmark. Across to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe to Reinhart. Chance in front off a pad. Jones. Set wide. Verhaeghe. Stopped by Skinner. That puck is loose. Reinhart could not get to it, though. It goes to Jones. Chance in front. Stopped by Skinner again. Reinhart. Across to Verhaeghe. Here comes Edmonton. Reinhart. Across. That shot was blocked. Verhaeghe had a chance at it, but it's taken away by Victor Arvidsson. Podkolzin. Sent down low. Ekblad taken down. No penalty. Here comes Florida back the other way. Luster Ryan chips it in. Fielded behind the net by Skinner. Here's Klingberg. It's broken up. Kept in by Podkolzin. Here comes Marchand. Dumped in behind the net. Stuart Skinner. Plays it across for Klingberg. Klingberg. Here comes Draisaitl. Watch out. They've got numbers. Podkolzin lowers the shoulder. Was Sam Bennett doing what Sam Bennett does best, and that is just lay his body out on the line. Here comes a chance. Sam Bennett on a break. And he scores! Sam Bennett. It's 4-1 Florida. Sam Bennett. Leveled by goals, and the Oilers wanted a call. They do not get one. And the irony of it all, that Sam Bennett scores the goal. That could not have got any worse for the Edmonton Oilers, as they now trail 4-1. It has been all Florida in this second period, as they scored 2 goals in the first 8 minutes. Played in deep. Going forward is McDavid. He is leveled by Ekblad. Here comes Florida. Verhaeghe across. Sends this one in deep. Ekholm. Across to McDavid. McDavid to Perry. Perry, it's taken away again. Gatchevich tried to send it along, but he couldn't do it. Here's Skinner. Over to Wallman. Played in front for Connor Brown. Back to Wallman. It has been all Florida Panthers in this second period. A nice play by Gatchevich. What a stick. AJ Greer. And it's stopped by Skinner. Great chance there for Florida. Of course, PCA gets the extra base hit. He just keeps on raking. Played in deep. Schmidt. Sent in. Kachuk. And this will be out of play with 11:03 to go. So 2 goals in the second period so far for the Panthers. It started with Corey Perry scoring to get the Oilers on the board. Reinhart then scored to double the lead. And then Sam Bennett made it 4-1 Florida. We'll be right back in 60 seconds. You're watching coverage of Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final on Empire Sports Media. Just watching back, listening back to some of these goal calls, making sure they sound good. So if you hear that, just bear with me. If this ends up in a 3-1 record, but that was last year, the Perry skating into take on yard is Brett buckets one by Matthias. Here's a shot, save, rebound, they score! Brad Marchand, it's 1-0 Florida. Yeah, I think they sound good. The Panthers have been dominating in this game. And it's kind of wild how they've been doing so. So 11:03 to go here in the second period. It's been all Cats early in this one. As Forsling is knocked down by Draisaitl. Panthers fans want to call. They won't get it. It's played in by Bouchard. Bouchard sends it in deep. And down the other end. Florida tries to get offside for Reinhardt, gets leveled. Wants a head contact call. It won't get it. Another tie up there. Here comes Florida. Again, they've got numbers on 3-on-2. Chance in front. That one went off the pad of Skinner. And down the other end it goes again. If Florida scores again, I'm turning this stream off. It'll be 5-1. I'll have no reason to keep going. Nugent Hopkins plays it in deep. Nugent Hopkins. Klingberg, a chance. Sent wide. Battle along for it. Did he just snap that under his legs like it was a football? Damn, nice play. Vander Kane sent in, gloved by Bob, and he'll hold on for 9:44 to go in the second period. And some more chippiness. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm a bit under the weather tonight. But still here. We're battling. We're doing the game for you guys. And we're going to have a good time. There we see Connor McDavid has been taking a beating in this one. Can't wait for a clip of him to go viral in the locker room. It's going to happen once again. Telling him to dig in. It's the fucking finals. It's just not good enough. Darnell Nurse, the shot's blocked. Sorry, that's just one of my favorite mic'd up moments probably ever. It is just a classic now. More chippiness. You know what? I'm just not feeling strong enough tonight, so I'm going to call it. Again, it's just, I was having a great stream, but sorry, I'm just like kind of sore under the weather, so I'm going to stop it there. I promise you for game 4, we'll be doing the full game, and I'll be feeling much, 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 much better. So appreciate you guys for watching.